Hello and welcome, agriculture enthusiasts. Today we'll embark on a fascinating journey through some of the most incredible and diverse harvests around the world. From tropical fruit farms to vast cereal fields, this episode celebrates the ingenuity and determination of modern farmers, those who turn the rhythm of the seasons into abundance for us all. We begin in the lush coffee plantations of Brazil, where machines and manpower blend in perfect harmony. As the harvesting machines move through the rows of coffee trees, mechanical arms gently shake the branches, causing the ripe red cherries to drop into collection trays. Each setting is precisely calibrated so that only the mature cherries fall, while the green ones remain untouched for later harvests. This innovation allows massive areas to be harvested quickly, while maintaining the delicate flavor that makes Brazilian coffee world famous. In just one season, Brazil produces more than 66 million bags, almost 40% of the world's supply. Now let's head to the tropical lands of pineapple farms in Southeast Asia. About 85% of the world's pineapples come from this region, particularly from the Philippines, Indonesia, and China. Harvesting usually begins early in the morning, before the sun grows too strong. Farmers move alongside slow-moving trucks, carefully placing each golden pineapple onto the conveyor belts leading to transport crates. This coordinated process keeps the fruit fresh and prevents bruising. Once filled, the crates are transported directly to nearby packing facilities where pineapples are washed, sorted, and prepared for export to markets worldwide. Next, we visit carrot farms in California, where precision is key. The harvesting machine glides smoothly through the rows, cutting the roots cleanly beneath the soil surface before lifting the carrots gently out. The bright orange roots are transferred directly into accompanying trucks, while blades continue slicing through the next rows ahead. By minimizing damage, these modern harvesters help maintain quality while saving time and labor. The result is a flawless product, vibrant, clean, and ready for market shelves across America. Moving east, we find ourselves amid the vast sweet corn fields of California. The harvest season runs from June through October during the milk stage when kernels are tender and full of flavor. Modern machines have revolutionized corn harvesting. Adjusting automatically to row spacing and plant height, the harvesters cut and collect stalks with remarkable precision. This method dramatically reduces manual labor and clears large fields in record time. In 2023 alone, more than 340,000 acres of sweet corn were harvested across the United States, valued for its freshness and sweetness. To one of the most beautiful sights in agriculture, the cranberry harvest in the wetlands of North America. Each autumn, farmers flood their fields to create a shallow pool, allowing ripe cranberries to float to the surface, thanks to their tiny air pockets. Machines with balloon tires called egg beaters move gently through the water, shaking the vines so the berries rise and form a red carpet on the surface. Workers then use booms and pumps to gather the floating fruit into trucks for transport. The cranberry harvest not only paints the landscape crimson, but also supports a $200 million industry, with Americans consuming over 400 million pounds every year. Our journey continues to the heart of India's onion farms, where one of the world's most indispensable vegetables meets advanced technology. India leads global onion production, yielding millions of tons each year. Modern onion harvesters use a rotating square shaft positioned below the soil surface. As the shaft spins in the opposite direction of the harvester, it loosens the bulbs gently from the earth. The onions are then lifted by rollers onto a perforated conveyor belt, which shakes away dirt and dried leaves before depositing the bulbs neatly into onboard containers. This efficient method ensures high productivity and minimizes crop damage, essential for meeting the demand of over 14 pounds per person consumed annually worldwide. Heading next to the peanut fields of China, where over 30 billion pounds are produced every year. The harvest is a well-timed and intricate process. After nearly 4 months of growth, the peanut leaves turn yellow, signaling readiness. Harvesters equipped with underground blades move through the rows, slicing below the plants to loosen the roots. The plants are then inverted and left to dry under the sun for 2 to 4 days. Once properly dried, another machine moves through the peanut picker, which separates the pods from the vines, screens them for size, and sends them to storage. This entire system turns weeks of manual labor into a process completed in just hours. From Asia, we move to the arid landscapes of Iran, the world's powerhouse for pistachio production. The harvest season runs from September through October, and here precision matters as much as efficiency. Harvesting machines clasp onto the tree trunks, shaking them with controlled strength so the nuts fall into collection trays arranged around the base. This prevents the pistachios from touching the ground, keeping them clean and intact. Built-in separators immediately remove leaves and twigs, ensuring that only the finest nuts continue on the conveyor. The result, millions of pounds of fresh, vibrant pistachios, ready for global export. In the cool, early mornings of European cabbage farms, a different kind of rhythm unfolds. Machines glide between neatly aligned rows of crisp, green cabbages. At the front, a sharp cutting blade slices through the stems, while the rotating arms lift each head onto a conveyor belt. Workers riding on the platform inspect the cabbages in real time, removing imperfect ones and trimming any excess leaves. Each harvester can cover dozens of acres daily, replacing the need for large manual crews while protecting the cabbages from crushing or bruising. Now we revisit cotton fields vast and white under the southern sun. Cotton harvesters today can process up to 6 rows simultaneously. Rotating metal spindles pull the cotton fibers from their bolls, feeding them into a large container on the back of the machine. Inside compression units form the cotton into tight bales ready for transport. These automated systems not only save countless labor hours, but also maintain the purity and dryness of the fiber crucial for textile production. Finally, we stop in New York's golden wheat fields where harvesters and balers work side by side. As combines sweep through the fields, collecting grain balers follow behind gathering leftover straw and compressing it into square bales. These compact blocks are easy to store and transport later, used as livestock bedding or for energy production. Automatic bale collectors stack them in neat rows across the field, an elegant ending to the cycle of growth and harvest. In early summer, the fields of raspberries come alive with color. Around June and July, when the berries ripen into rich shades of red, harvesting begins. Modern raspberry harvesters move gently between rows of bushes, their flexible rods vibrating to shake ripe berries loose, while leaving green ones untouched. As the berries fall, they land softly on conveyor belts where workers sort them, removing any leaves or underripe fruit. Instead of buckets, the berries are placed in flat trays to prevent bruising and maintain their delicate structure. Just 2 days later, the harvesters return to the same field to collect newly ripened berries, a cycle that continues throughout the peak season, ensuring every berry reaches consumers at its sweetest point. Next, we head to the corn silage farms, vast green expanses, where machines roar with steady rhythm. At the front of the harvester, sharp blades cut through tall corn stalks, while feed rollers pull them inward toward rotating choppers. The corn leaves and husks are ground into small uniform pieces, which are blown through a chute into trucks, driving alongside. These nutrient-packed silage chunks are stored in airtight bunkers, later used to feed dairy cattle throughout the winter months. A single silage harvester can clear hundreds of acres in just a few days, showcasing the unmatched efficiency of modern farming. Under the volcanic sunlight of western Mexico, it's time for the avocado harvest. In Michoacan's fertile soil, farmers pick millions of avocados every year, supplying nearly half of global exports. Workers use long poles fitted with cutters and baskets to pluck each fruit without letting it fall. Any avocado that hits the ground is rejected for export, ensuring only perfect fruit reaches international markets. This attention to quality has made Mexico's avocado industry one of the fastest-growing agricultural sectors, with over 6 billion pounds harvested in 2024 alone. Throughout the process, strict controls guarantee that every avocado arriving abroad is uniform in shape, color, and flavor. We then travel to the sun-drenched groves of Texas, where the citrus harvest takes place between November and January. Farmers use ladders and harvesting baskets to pick oranges, grapefruits, and lemons from tall trees. The cool mornings and late afternoons are preferred times for picking, minimizing stress on the trees and preserving fruit quality. Each citrus fruit is checked for color and texture before being placed into large containers at the base of the trees. The glossy, fragrant fruits are then transported directly to collection centers for sorting and packing, ready to brighten breakfast tables around the world. Under the warm tropical skies of Thailand, The mango harvest marks one of the most anticipated moments of the year. Farmers begin early in the morning or late in the evening when the air is cooler, protecting the fruit from heat damage. Long poles equipped with nets or small blades are used to cut and catch each mango before it hits the ground. Since mango trees can reach up to 40 feet tall, harvesting teams often use elevated platforms to reach the highest branches. Each harvested fruit stem, still attached, is carefully sorted and packed immediately on site. Teams of 10 to 20 workers move in perfect coordination, ensuring thousands of mangoes are picked each day without bruising or spoilage. The result: crates filled with golden fruit destined for markets worldwide. Next, we move to coconut plantations spread across tropical coastlines. Coconut harvesting is a delicate art that combines agility and experience. Using long poles fitted with blades, farmers aim precisely at mature coconut clusters high in the canopy. A swift cut sends the coconuts tumbling into narrow irrigation canals dug between the trees, an ingenious method that cushions their fall and simplifies collection. The coconuts are typically picked at a young soft stage for coconut water production, ensuring freshness and high fluid content. Because coconut palms bear fruit year-round, farmers can harvest monthly, providing a steady income and a reliable source of food and oil for local industries. Shifting from the tropics to temperate fields, the focus turns once again to cabbage harvesting, where massive machines dominate the landscape. The harvesters glide through rows of compact green heads, cutting and lifting them simultaneously. Each cabbage is transported along a conveyor for inspection, while workers stationed on board trim off excess leaves. This mechanized approach minimizes physical strain on laborers and increases productivity tenfold, allowing vast farms to supply supermarkets with fresh, perfectly shaped cabbages every day. In the wide-open meadows of livestock farms, the grass harvest plays a vital role in sustaining herds through the seasons. During spring and summer, grass is cut with rotary mowers or reciprocating knives, then left in the sun to dry slightly. Once it reaches the ideal moisture level, harvesters collect and compress it into large bales. Some bales are tightly wrapped in plastic to create airtight silage, fermenting over time to produce nutrient-rich feed. Others are left to dry further, becoming hay for winter storage. This process blending technology and timing provides farmers with abundant, high-quality forage, essential for dairy and beef production. Finally, we return to the peanut farms, where advanced harvesting machines handle nearly every step. Equipped with digging blades, the harvester loosens the soil and gently lifts the peanut plants, flipping them upside down so the pods face upward for drying. After a few days in the sun, another machine passes through to collect the dried plants. Vibrating screens separate dirt and debris while air blowers remove leftover leaves. Modern peanut harvesters combine digging, lifting, shaking, and picking in one seamless operation. With breakage rates below 1%, the harvested peanuts are clean, uniform, and ready for transport, proof that innovation can turn hard manual work into an efficient, elegant process. Traveling northward, we find ourselves among the vast wheat fields of New York, where modern tractors and balers work in harmony. After combines sweep through to collect the grain, balers follow behind, gathering leftover straw from the ground. Inside the baler, pistons compress the straw into square blocks which are tied and dropped neatly onto the field. Automatic bale collectors then gather and stack them into larger loads, ready for transport. These straw bales serve as livestock bedding and sustainable biofuel material, an elegant end to one of nature's oldest crops. Next, in the early warmth of summer, it's time for the raspberry harvest. Rows of bushes glisten with bright red fruit as harvesting machines move smoothly between them. Flexible rods shake the canes, allowing ripe berries to fall gently onto conveyors. Workers riding on the machines inspect the fruit, immediately removing unripe or damaged berries. The rest are spread into shallow trays to avoid bruising and maintain their texture. After just 2 days, the harvesters return for newly ripened fruit, ensuring that every raspberry is picked at its peak sweetness. Finally, the wetlands of North America turn crimson during the cranberry harvest. Farmers flood the bogs with water so that the ripe berries float to the surface, thanks to their natural air pockets. Machines known as egg beaters stir the water to separate the berries from the vines. Workers wade through the floating fruit, guiding it toward collection points with long booms. Cranberries are then sucked up by pumps into waiting trucks bound for processing plants, where they're washed, sorted, and turned into juices, sauces, and snacks. Every autumn, this vivid red spectacle signals both the beauty and the bounty of the season, a moment of color before winter's arrival. As we reach the final stage of our journey, we return once again to the citrus groves of the southern United States, vast orchards glowing under the golden sun. Between November and January, farmers carefully pick oranges, grapefruits, and lemons at their ripest moment. Using ladders and baskets, workers harvest fruit from the upper branches, gently lowering each piece to prevent bruising. Once filled, the baskets are emptied into large field containers and transported to nearby processing stations. Here, the fruits are washed, sorted, and graded before being sent to markets and juice factories around the world. Every glossy orange carries the scent of sunlight and patience, the true essence of a year's labor. Meanwhile, across the plains of the Midwest, corn harvesting showcases the power of engineering. At the front of the harvester, blades slice through towering stalks, while rollers feed them into cutting systems that strip the ears cleanly from the plant. The kernels are later separated and dried for storage or processing into food feed and biofuel. Modern combines can harvest hundreds of acres per day, transforming what was once a month-long job into a matter of days. With advanced GPS and moisture sensors, farmers can now monitor yields in real-time precision agriculture at its finest. In the green fields of grasslands, farmers prepare the year's final cut before winter arrives. During sunny afternoons, machines mow the lush pastures and leave the grass to wither slightly under the open sky. After drying, harvesters return to gather and compress it into large, airtight bales. Some will ferment to become silage. Others will dry completely to form hay. These bales stacked neatly in barns represent the lifeline of livestock through the cold months ahead. Energy, fiber, and nutrition, preserved by human effort and mechanical innovation. Finally, as all the crops are collected and the land begins to rest, the deep rumble of plowing machines echoes across the empty fields. Powerful tractors pull plows fitted with curved blades that turn over the soil, burying weeds and leftover stems from the previous harvest. This process aerates the earth, improves water absorption, and replenishes nutrients, preparing the ground for the next season's planting. Deep plowing, sometimes reaching depths over 50 centimeters, restores structure to tired soils and enhances fertility. With each pass of the plow, the land is renewed, ready once again to nurture new life. From tropical orchards to northern fields, every harvest tells a story of perseverance, innovation, and respect for nature. Machines may have replaced much of the manual labor, but behind every button pressed, every lever pulled, there's still a farmer's heart guiding the rhythm of the land. When the last tractor leaves the field and the sun dips low behind the horizon, another year of farming comes to an end. Yet even as night falls, plans for the next season are already taking shape, because in agriculture, the cycle never truly stops. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the world's most amazing harvests. Stay tuned for our next exploration of farming innovations, where tradition meets technology and every sunrise brings new hope for the land.